Norn's altar.
What spells are in my thing again?
Like
Brandishing Smite
You
and
could-
level 3 sleep, I think.
you could go to the
Oh, yeah.
the drag Bahamut's temple and try to steal the dragon sword that they had there. There's a bunch of rocks and stones.
That was just their altar.
Huh?
You didn't see the rest of the temple. That was just the altar.
I know. I'm just saying. He wanted an altar. Go steal some sticks and stones.
Yeah, me
There was
mouse
prayers of
altar.
peasants on it.
Sticks? They were like
So,
plaques of wood with carvings in them.
Micah, I got a question.
Uh-huh.
Are you going to explain the cave to us? Because that's what she was going to do, and you guys were going to talk about it over text.
We're gonna get
Or
to that. No, we're
are
getting
we
to
just
that.
SOL?
I was gonna say I was kind of curious because I was like, she was supposed to.
Yeah,
do
she
stuff.
was supposed to go in. So you guys went back, decided that you have a couple of days, so you sent Morgan ahead to go and scout out the place. And she's gone for a few hours, and you're like, it makes sense. She's supposed to be gone. And then a few more hours, and you start to get worried. And then a few more hours. And it dawns on you that something happened.
Damn it!
Gosh, she's
Shoot.
dead. Let's leave and never come back.
Shit, Riley comes back later. It's like, you guys left Whitestone.
You guys haven't rescued me yet? Like, what the
Yeah,
what?
we thought we'd go to the town next door,
She
do a
texts-
couple of quests, kill some zombies. It would be. I thought it'd be fun.
She texts me and she's like, I can't make it. I'm so sorry. And I'm like, thank you. You just gave me the best plot hook I could come up with. Congratulations. You've been captured.
She didn't put her hood up on her cloak. Oh
Can
no!
I cast spell of nuh-uh?
Counterspell.
Counterspell
That
at the
work?
10th level.
If we save her in like the first 5 minutes of the session, does she have to come back?
You can certainly try.
Okay, that's the goal.
Counterspell this
That's
punch.
a challenge.
I guess.
Oh,
gun.
we've
Try and counterspell
significantly
that.
lost. We've significantly lost power though.
Uh-huh. We got Caitlin.
We got a freaking. We got a bard, a cleric, and a freaking paladin. That is the worst combo I could come up with.
Hey, Micah, I got a question.
It's not the worst.
Yeah.
There's a lot worse, but
Yeah.
it's not amazing.
In
Is-
Micah's new campaign, we should on purposely make
Is
the worst
Caitlin
part.
also level 7?
Sure. Probably. He's been training with the monks.
Awesome, because that gives me some stuff.
Does.
By stuff, I mean I can turn into him and steal his stats.
Nuh-uh.
That's how the spell works.
See,
That'd
you
be so
haven't seen him since he's gotten that much better. Though.
Oh,
So
that's true.
if you were to polymorph
That's
into the version of him you know, it'd be like level 2 or 3, Kaylin.
Well, if I polymorphed into David,
We could have 2 clerics.
I don't.
We could
I
have
don't get your
spells.
spells. I just get your stats.
Oh, you don't? Shoot.
I polymorph into JU and have 19 AC.
That's with his armor and his shield.
Yeah, it's with
Yeah.
my armor and stuff.
You
I'd be
can
so hacked.
polymorph into Orin and just be observant as heck.
That's literally, I'm like, you don't want to turn into me. I have nothing but wisdom. That's all I got. That's all I have going for me.
Turn
If
into
I swung
Morgan.
my mace, I'd probably snap my wrist.
You could turn into Morgan. She has a lot of good stats.
Put yourself in a box and you'll be as effective as she is right now. That's your joke because she's
Yeah.
fat.
Hey,
she's
I got a
captured.
question, Micah.
Yeah.
What level, what combat rating is the turtle things that we fought?
Be a little bit more specific.
The the turrets at the lair.
Oh,
The Olten
the
Bulkers.
living ballista.
Yeah.
Olten Oken.
What's their combat
Bolters.
rating?
I'm getting there. Does it say creature? Or because this is a construct.
No, it doesn't say creature. It says form.
Okay. 5.
You're gonna turn into a mobile, a mobile ballista, just like.
That's literally what they are.
Can they
could-
hear? Could we talk to him? If you turned into that, could we
Understands
talk
one
to
language
you?
of its creator, but can't speak.
Could we be your creator? No, that wouldn't
No,
work.
Galen has to talk to his dad.
You could turn into
You
that.
just turn into this.
Show up to the myriad in that thing, baby. We'd put the fear of God in them.
We cast enlarge. We have a tech.
That's honestly not a bad idea. I wish you could. Could we? Could you do that?
Do what?
I
Sorry.
don't want to say I go inside of
No,
Trevor.
doesn't polymorph only work if you turn into something of your own size? Or
No,
is it anything?
it's anything really.
That's this guy's self.
What level
Polymorph,
spell
believe it
is
or not, allows you
polymorph?
to polymorph.
I have to be. I've had to see, like it. So I don't know what I could turn into, like off the rip of our head that I've seen.
Oh.
What's
Like, I-
what challenge
Polymorph
rating?
is a 4th level spell.
7. It's a 7, or it goes off of. I believe it goes off our player level, which is equal to challenge rating. So it's like 7th, up to 7th level, or up to 7th challenge rating.
Man, Vox Machina would have been different if Catherine would have known this spell. Like, oh hey, a dragon. Whoop. Catherine, what's her name?
Keelan?
Hey, Keelan. Keelan?
Scanlan
Galen?
had polymorph.
Okay.
That's how I turned into a Triceratops in the show.
How did he see it? On the wall, and was like, I want that.
On the wall. Yeah.
Actually, I thought how
What
it
was
worked.
what was the thing that we fought in the Fae underneath the mansion?
I don't know. Oh, that was a lot higher level than.
Challenge rating 7.
Yeah. Is that what you can turn into? Is challenge rating 7?
What about the
Yeah.
water dragon that we saw in our dreams?
A
I
4th
didn't
level
see it.
spell? Really?
You weren't there. You weren't there. You suck. You suck.
I made the drink.
The form can be any beast whose challenge rating is equal to or less than the target's level. Okay. You could be a wyvern.
Have I seen a wyvern?
I'm gonna
Yeah, you guys saw him
quickly
on the mountain trail on your way to the mountain.
manage my
to
spells here real quick.
I forgot
Oh,
the
frick,
place.
leak ice cream.
To the artificer's lair. They were challenge rating 6. So
I hope you know I'm adding a folder to my browser called Polymorph, and anything I can polymorph into is going in that folder.
okay.
Their stat block
You can
is.
do that on D&D Beyond.
What do you mean?
Go to your character,
Mm-hmm.
and then go to the very last tab,
Extras.
which is creatures.
Manage extras. Creature. Wild shape. Beast companion. I would just consider it wild shape, wouldn't I?
I don't know. Sure.
But I've had
Anyway.
to see it. So.
Well, Nick's doing that. You guys have been sitting here for a few hours now, and Morgan has yet to return from her scout. I don't remember how many days I told you. I tell you 2
I
days?
will just. Damn.
I think I told you 2 days before the guys appear, right?
Yeah, it's 2 days.
So, she goes to scout early. I'd say you have about a day and a half before they show up, and she disappears. Doesn't return.
Hey, give me a sec. I'm doing my spells.
Day and a half.
Making sure.
Yeah, I mean, like, you spend a whole time shopping, and it's pretty close to, like, man, then you should wait till night, and so it'd be like a day and a half.
Crap, do paladins get their spells on, like, did they change their spells on a sleep?
Yeah, everyone re-prepares their spells on a long rest.
Not me.
I was gonna say, not everybody, yeah.
unless you don't have spells to prepare. Anyone who can prepare spells can only change their prepared spells on a long rest.
You know what I'm really waiting for? Harm. I want harm so much.
Harm.
Harm. I think that's what it's called. Harm.
The
It's such
6th
a
level spell.
yeah. That's my goal. One day as a
Oh
cleric.
my gosh.
It's such a not sounds so stupid. Just like I cast harm, but it's like such an abysmal spell that fricks with you. Okay.
Have we seen a where?
I think
It takes 14d6 damage, but can't be reduced below 1 hit point. It's like you're interrogating a guy, and you're like, get ready to feel the most amount of pain you've ever felt in your life.
Yeah, but yelling out the spell's name. He's grabbed by the
I
forehead.
harm thee.
yeah. It's just so like I harm you, and it's just like. Ugh.
If somebody told me that, I'm like,
But
I'm not
it's necrotic
intimidated.
damage. The amount of damage you take, your hit point maximum is reduced for an hour, or unless you are resistant, like a paladin, to disease, because it is a diseased state that does.
I'm
that.
not.
So a paladin would just be like, "Oh, I'm hurting," but your hit point maximum isn't reduced. But anyone else would
Maybe
be like,
there's a magic item. Maybe there's a magic item.
to make you immune to disease.
But,
Why do you-
all right, okay. I think
Why do
I
you
got my
desire
spells
to be immune to disease?
because I want to harm somebody.
It doesn't affect you; it just affects them.
Oh, I thought you were saying it
No,
hurt
the
me.
condition
I was
that
like, I
reduces
did-
their hit point maximum is considered a disease. So when you hit someone with
Okay.
that spell,
I was gonna say I thought there was something else to it that I remember.
yeah,
But
when you
I
hit them,
thought for a second when you said that, I thought you were talking like it was life transference, and I was like, it does that? What?
when you hit them, they
Okay.
take 14d6 necrotic damage, and on a failed save, their hit point maximum is reduced by the amount of damage they took for an hour, unless they are immune to disease or have a way of overcoming a disease within that time frame. Then it is reset.
Like I said, it is such a nasty spell, but such a dumb name.
Okay.
All right, I'm ready. Okay, I'm engaged.
We already.
Blah, 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 blah.
So she hasn't came back, and it's been a day and a half, and they're showing up in the next.
No,
Half
no,
a
no,
day?
no, no. You guys have about a day and a half before
Oh.
they show
Before.
up because she went to scout early.
I don't know where all my dynamite went.
We're at the tavern, right?
I would assume.
Sitting there around a table. I'm gonna be pondering, if you will.
Who took responsibility for Chester?
Morgan?
Chester is just an anomaly.
It's fine. I'm gonna double check.
Yeah.
Jay,
Who's the highest animal handling?
Probably her.
It's not an animal. It's a monster.
It's animal handling.
He's
can
not a
help it.
monster.
It's-
He's a very good boy.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be me. I have +4, unless someone proficient with it.
No.
Go ahead.
Okay, I have Chester.
She said technically yes. So Morgan is responsible for Chester.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We'll comfort Chester in
That's
this
that.
time.
He doesn't care about that right now. He's just now getting used to you guys.
One day we are gonna talk to Chester. We're gonna
Yeah,
get some of
no,
that
he is warming
gold.
up to you. It's taking time, seeing as he spent all of his time with Irune, and then you yanked him away for no reason.
Okay, we'll Jay will put him in his lap. We'll pet Chester. Be like, hey, it's okay, buddy.
He's a full-size chest.
Hey,
I'm
it's
gonna
okay, buddy.
walk. Trevor, where are you?
Probably at the bar.
I'm gonna walk over Wow, there's some lag going on. I'm gonna walk over to Trevor and sit next to him. I think it's about time we did something about our missing comrade.
Well, we either do something about it now, mess up the current plan, or we wait and try to kill two birds with one stone.
What? What do you mean, two birds with one stone?
Rescue Morgan and take out the head.
How are we gonna do that by waiting?
Well, if we go and storm it now and go rescue Morgan, the heads aren't going to show up.
Was that time frame for when they left or when they arrived?
Arrive in about a day and a half.
Mm. So if she did get kidnapped, do we just leave her there?
It's not my call.
J.U. also sitting at the table will look around Chester. That is in his lap. Well, if we can assume she's either taken by the Myriad, or even less likely, her father cared enough to take her.
I think
What?
the Myriad one's more
I had to
plausible.
process that one for a second. That her father.
Cared enough to take her.
Oh, he cares enough to take her, all right.
Oh, that's a possibility I didn't even consider. But the coincidence of that would be too incredible. But regardless, I say we could at least go search for her. Maybe she just get caught up in something, but is just being slowed down.
Do you want to risk that the head's not showing up?
I'm not saying we make ourselves known, but it would be good whether or not we know if she's kidnapped. Did Morgan take those papers that were given to us by that guy's name?
I think we kind of just left them there.
I don't know who had them last.
Yeah, I don't think anyone really specific. We just left them in our room. Can I say I have them to look at?
Would you have given them to her for her to be able to navigate there properly?
Excuse me?
Would you have given
I
them to
glitched
her?
out.
Would you have given them to her for her to navigate there properly?
Oh, that's true.
I think
Probably.
we would have, yeah.
Is that all of them, though? Is there any papers left after that?
Stay. No. Because there was two plans. There was plans that showing blowing up the cave, and the other
Yeah,
plan,
there was a whole
which was,
slew of stuff.
which was
There
defined
was, like,
battle tactics.
guard rotations and all that stuff. How much did we keep anything, or did we give it all to her? Is that for the DM to decide or for us to decide?
What would she have?
The map.
I would say she'd
Okay.
have whatever map to where the Myriad is, because we only told her to look to see the mountain if we could,
Yeah,
like, what we're dealing with.
she's supposed
See-
to
She
be
doesn't need
scouting.
the entire battle plan.
Yeah, we're asking if it was multiple papers, like because you said there was battle tactics, there's plans.
Yeah,
to blow
yeah,
up
yeah,
the
yeah.
thing. Are those separate papers or are they
Yeah,
the same
no, they're
paper?
not all in one piece. Oh, that'd be stupid.
Okay,
We
so
probably have the
yeah,
the blow up
with
one
the
still.
leftover papers that we have, could I figure out? Did he have any schematics about where they would keep prisoners if they had them, or if they did keep prisoners, or stuff like that?
Yeah. Light detailed notes. They'd be still inside of the cavern itself. So where you're trying to break into, just in a separate portion of it.
Okay. Well, at least if she is captured, we know where she might be. If they decided to keep her alive. But I say we go out there to scout for ourselves. We still need to know whether or not we can, what we're dealing with.
Yeah, you're right.
What do you say, Ju?
I just don't want to storm the castle early, if that makes sense.
Understandable. But there's a chance that maybe she lost track of time. We don't know, but it's worth a look.
It is worth a look, you are right. And she is smart enough to avoid any monster that is outside the base, so...
Okay. So, do we all agree to go after her, or go try to figure out what happened if we can, and also with the second goal to scout what we're dealing with? Because we still wanted to maybe collapse the tunnel or collapse the entrance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kind of just basically what she was doing, but maybe a little bit more.
Okay.
Well, if even Morgan was caught, then what chances do we have of not getting caught? At this point.
There's always that chance. But perhaps us knowing could be the difference.
I don't think Morgan was #1 super spy in the world.
No, but she is probably the stealthiest among us.
That's I can't deny, but not even her. She is perfect.
Well, if we do happen to run up on the Myriad, I guess we pray that there's only few enough that we can handle them. Though that will probably cause suspicion. But we never know if we don't try. So are we still gonna do it?
Yep,
Okay.
I like that.
How far of a trip did we know it was? Do we know how far or where? Could we remember where it was?
Hour and a half.
Okay.
Hour 15.
What time is it?
She would have left pretty close to dusk. And you would have waited that close to 3-hour time frame because that's when she should have been returning. And had this conversation about close to 3.5 to 4 hours after dusk. So 12 to 1.
Okay.
11 to 12.
Well, I say we move now. The sooner we get there, the fresher the tracks, or if we find her.
Alright, Chester, wishes of luck. Pat Chester, put him down, feed him some silver coins.
He stays in his chest form. To everyone else in this bar, you are just petting a chest.
He's just holding a chest.
Well, it's like this big. Like it's
Oh, a
not
big chest.
small.
He's just.
Yeah, he's holding this big chest
Yeah.
on his lap, patting it, opens it up, throws some coin in it, closes it, like, and everyone's just like, does this guy not have a coin purse?
Put him in
All
his
right.
We'll put him in a roof. before we
If
get-
everyone else wants to go, I'm ready to go now.
You're
Trevor,
So-
I need a new outfit. Transform me, if you would.
Transform me. Purple paint.
yeah, I don't wanna
Hollymore.
do that just yet.
Turn me into a rat.
Oh, I forgot we had to keep you under wraps. Yeah.
He's still disguised
Oh yeah, as an elf.
as an elf with brown hair.
I feel like my elf ear would kind of slanted at this point, kind of droopy. Instead of like, very pokey out ones, kind of like hanging there.
Okay, so we head out towards the direction of the Myriad hideout. And yeah, it depends how far you take us out.
Whoever is heading that up, please give me a survival check. Because I'm assuming
I'll do
Morgan
that.
has the map to get there.
I'll do that because I have survival. I'm gonna cast guidance on myself. That works, right?
Yeah.
Because I wondered if you would allow that because it's like
Can
almost like
I-
a timed.
Can I do inspiration as well?
Gosh, guys, I really let us down. I'm not gonna lie. 7 plus 8. I mean, 7 plus 1,
Did
8.
you add
Add a
inspiration?
d6.
A D8.
Oh,
D8. Not bad.
thank you. Please. Oh my gosh, another one. Freaking 9.
Nine.
You guys spend the better part of the next 2.5 hours trying to find your way along with Trevor playing music as you guys eventually stumble across to where you recognize spots on the map before and where you're realizing and you notice things that aren't natural to the point where you're like, oh, this is probably the place. And you stop playing your music and you all stealth down. I'm assuming you're stealthing up upon this place?
Yes.
Yeah.
Stealth checks.
That's not stealth, but it doesn't matter. It's the same.
Well,
Nat
would you look at
20,
that,
baby.
It's the same modifier, anyways.
Nat 20.
Devin with a 24. Trevor with a 19.
Mason with, JU with a 2.
Aren't you
Disadvantage.
good? It's a good thing your party members rolled really well.
Standing there like Nat 20, like casting, like just guidancing his
Yeah.
footsteps. Like, don't step on that stick. Stop.
It's like you just like golden feet appear on where he has to step on the ground.
I'm like tapping my sword every place and he needs to put his foot.
You guys.
I was gonna say, would everybody get guidance or just you?
It's just him.
I only can do one.
You guys start you stealth down and start making your way through, walking quietly as you try. Ju tripping over things ever so slightly and like trying to hold his armor together so it doesn't rattle. As you're walking, Ju, you kick a tree that you didn't know, like a small tree, and you didn't know it was there. You trip over it and you slam into another tree, and you hear as Orin and Trevor are trying to guide you and keep you as quiet as possible with your armor. You all hear a voice and you immediately freeze. And you hear, "What was that?"
Oh gosh.
And you look over and you see one of the Myriad members on patrol and his partner both stopped and were looking around. And
How
they
many
look
of them are there?
They look
Sorry.
right above you. And you all slowly look right above you as well, and there's a little squirrel right above you. And it runs past up to another tree, and you watch as their gaze follows the squirrel, and they go back to their patrol. Your average was 15. I rolled a 14.
Gosh, that was spooky. Was there just 2 of them?
on this very specific patrol. You
Okay.
continue to make your way inward, closer to where the entrance area is.
Whilst doing this, I'm gonna look for any signs of a struggle or like broken branches or something that maybe Morgan
Perception.
might have done. Huh?
Perception check.
What's with my rolls? Some guidance
It's
and
all woods. There, it's all the same to you.
11.
You're not sure.
Okay.
It's all the same. It looks like this area has been trampled through a lot. You don't know. You've not been out in the woods. So you continue moving forward. Continue moving on. You get closer, and you find the edge of this mountain that you're coming up upon now, and you are like, I swear the entrance should be around here somewhere, but you can't find it. And you're trying to find that secret entrance that you were told about, and you can't find it, and you can't find it. You spend like the next half hour trying to find this entrance, and then you finally find it. And then as you find that entrance, you look around, and just past it you can see, so the entrance, I don't have a good way of drawing this up. The entrance is off to the side. And then it kind of curves inward like this along the edge of the rock of the mountain, and peering around it, there's this clearing in a couple, about 80 feet from your location, and like across the clearing is the entrance to a big cave, huge cave. The opening from this distance you're able to gauge is probably like a good 20 to 30 feet wide. And huge cave entrance. There's a decent amount of couple guards stationed there. And you're pretty sure you found the place you've been looking for.
So can we see some of the guards?
Yeah, you can see a few of them.
Can I like make out like maybe their armor, maybe like their weapons and like what they're made of and whatnot?
From this distance,
Like the basics. Like, is it like leather armor? Is
make
it
a
like
perception check. You're just over 80 feet out.
perception?
Oh my gosh. Oh, this actually.
So that's a 4.
It's hard to tell. Hodgepodge of armor. Can't make out the weapons from here. They're too tiny.
Do I see any sort of path that I could get as close to the entrance without them seeing?
Your best bet would probably be to hug the mountain itself, but it looks like they've cleared out a lot of the area around this entrance so that no one can just sneak up on the entrance. So your best bet would be to hide in the woods up along that goes up to the edge of the mountain, and then try and stay out of eyesight of the patrols as you hug the side of the mountain as it comes up to the entrance.
How far do you reckon in feet or yards are we from the entrance right now?
About 80 feet.
That actually works. I'm going to cast locate creature and try to locate where Morgan is.
What's the range?
It's 1,000. It's 1,000 feet.
1,000 feet.
It's a lot of feet, man.
It's a lot of footage.
That is a lot of feet.
You stop and you sit down and you focus on this spell, and there's a tinging in the back of your mind, and then it moves around and it points into the mountain itself, into and down on just the slightest angle.
They have Morgan. I whisper.
I
I
whisper
cast a
back.
spell.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Uh,
I cast a spell to locate her, and I know she's somewhere in that cave.
What do you pose we do about it?
Well, at least I know she's alive. The spell wouldn't work otherwise. But I don't like the idea of leaving her there for a day and a half. But I also understand that we'd be giving up a prime opportunity. As long as, of course, as Morgan doesn't break if they torture her.
What does your god want you to do?
My god would want me to do whatever is honorable and just in the moment. And that's a bit hard to see right now. Although it'd be honorable to save her, we'd lose the chance to bring justice upon this whole Myriad camp.
And what is wasted justice if we did waste the opportunity?
There's still a chance that we could save her and bring this whole camp down.
What if we
Well-
don't let her sacrifice be in vain, and we strike when the iron is hot and ready for it to be stroked?
I look at JU and go, this is no sacrifice. She did not willingly give herself up to the Myriad.
So did you have a change of heart? Do you want us to go save her?
Nope.
Well,
Talking
taking
to
the camp
Trevor.
down is always an option. We can always kill the head another day. Who knows? Maybe if we blow up the entrance, make sure no information gets out, maybe they still show up. Start with the guards outside, slowly take them out, move in, slowly go through the cave. Make sure nobody gets in, nobody gets out.
Aggressive stealth.
There's like nobody.
You
can
are
see
right
me.
next to the hidden entrance.
I'm gonna take another look at the entrance and see if there is much of an opportunity to blow it up.
The main
what type
entrance?
Yes, to collapse it so that no one could escape.
Make a perception
my, like,
check.
20 sticks of dynamite that I have.
Make a perception check with disadvantage
Can I
because
use
you're
inspiration?
80 feet away.
Can I cast inspiration on that?
You can use your inspiration.
Okay, 11
Okay,
plus 4,
that's good.
15
And then add a d8.
plus 5, 20 dirty.
It's really hard to gauge from this distance, but looking up at it, you can almost make out lips, little crevices above the entrance, as if it wasn't made. Looking at the entrance, it looks unnatural, but not by any humanoid means. It looks like something just broke right on through. And there's cracks and crevices. And you think about 2 well-placed sticks of the dynamite based off the yield that you've been given? Actually, you're not 100% sure. You would assume 2 would be good enough. Yeah, that's on me. Yeah, 2 is fine.
Okay.
2 well-placed sticks, when lit, should drop the whole thing.
Okay.
But the trick is, you're 80 feet away, and you only have about another 15 feet of cover before you run into open field.
I'm gonna whisper to them. Well, at least if you look up there, and pointing out those crevices that you were talking about, I'm gonna point at them and say, at least there is a way to drop the entrance if we do decide to attack. But that's gonna take much time. And the best way I could think of it is maybe using my climbing kit to try to get up there.
Doing that,
But
we would have to-
I'm not much skilled and not much physically in shape to make that climb. Dayu, do you think you could get up there?
This is out of character, but didn't the Norn give Morgan some rope in his climbing kit?
I do not know.
Check my inventory.
Because
you- yeah,
we
no,
thought
didn't
you
you-
needed it.
Didn't you give her your climbing
Shoot.
kit?
We did,
Ah!
did we?
No,
that's
frick!
Then you don't have your
Oh.
climbing kit.
You could go buy some. You could go buy another one. It's only an
They
hour.
will suffer twofold for taking Morgan, but your justice isn't time yet.
Well, you could always time the explosion with a good throw.
He was saying that he won't do it because he wants to get the head.
What? What does it have to do anything with what I just said?
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you missed that. How far are those I wasn't picturing those crevices being pretty high.
The hole is a good, like, 30, 35 feet in diameter.
Hmm.
It's huge.
Huh. Like the entrance you're talking about?
The
Are they-
entrance you were looking at. The secret entrance is like a 5-foot wide little mini tunnel that you have to, like, duck under a rock to crawl into just to get into the 5-foot wide tunnel.
Yeah. What about those crevices you were talking about?
There are cracks and holes above so the tunnel is like 35 feet wide in diameter, and along the top points and all around it, cracks, crevices, holes, as if something just punched its way straight through here.
Okay,
Like, you
that's
know when
what
you-
I
If you were to punch a hole in your wall, it would just crack around it.
yeah.
That's what you'd be putting the dynamite in.
That makes a
Micah?
lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so it
Could I discern if a big creature ran into it, it would fall?
oh boy.
Based off of his description of it, make
Yes, guidance on me.
I cast guidance.
It's a bonus
Totally.
action, right?
make an intelligence check.
Investigation or just straight intelligence?
You're not investigating. You're just going off the information given to you from Orin because you rolled high enough to be able to make out see it.
30, 20. Plus his guidance if I add it.
Add it.
Okay, what's guidance at D4?
Before.
Yeah.
23.
Based off the information given to you, a big creature made this hole at one point in time.
Big as in like Titanic?
As big as the creature would need to be to make a 35-foot diameter hole.
Basically. It was made by a large creature. So, probably hitting it with a large creature won't work instantly. It might take, depending on how large the creature is, what large size creature are you thinking of?
You said it was a 35-foot diameter.
Yeah.
I could actually
Large.
climb that and teleport up to there to the very top-ish. To where those crevices are you want that you think would be good to plant the TNT.
You can teleport.
You can
I've
make
How-
only done it once.
How can you teleport?
But there is like a good solid like 60 straight foot like radius from the point of the entrance. There's like a good 60-foot radius from there of just open field.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can see that they cleared this out. There's stumps and stuff. Like they cleared it out so you can't sneak up on in.
While you're still in thought, Trevor, I'm going to look over and say, "Are you capable of casting invisibility?"
No.
You didn't? Oh,
That's
frick,
not.
you
That's
grabbed
not in my
that spell.
repertoire.
Damn it! I was hoping you'd grab that spell. That would be so nice right now.
Bro's like, yeah, I got no.
Actually, no.
Good idea, but no.
Wait,
Bard
wait,
can't pick that on a long
wait.
rest.
There is a way. There is a way. But I
Yes.
can only cast it on myself.
Polymorph?
No.
What then?
I pull up. I show my amulet. It's like this little amulet will activate when I get hurt enough. That's what I know.
Yeah, he's gonna smile at Trevor. Like turn his head and grin at him.
Oh no.
And it will cast invisibility on me.
Make an intelligence check.
Me?
Yeah.
Why?
Do it.
18.
Guidance would still be on you at that time. It lasts for, I think, a minute.
A minute,
Or
yeah.
wait, put up. Let me
20?
make sure.
So I don't. I
Yeah.
don't know why I would need to do that. I thought when you attune to an item, you know all of its properties and how it works.
Kind of.
Kind of.
The
It does turn you invisible, but it only lasts for 6 seconds.
An
Oh, this
action.
is true.
It's just the turn.
Yes.
It does only last for 6 seconds, though.
I don't think that's enough time.
You can get
To
a lot
run
done in
60
6 seconds.
60 yards, 60
My bro
feet.
is like, I cast haste. Haste drops. You are stunned for 1 round.
Okay, looking around the clearing, how many guards are there? What?
What?
How many guards are there? Did you... Looking around the clearing, can we see any guard? If there are guards.
7.
Ooh.
That are 7 guards.
Ooh, this is no
Do they
good.
look like lower in command?
They're guards.
Guards. Yeah.
Guards.
Sure does guard.
Guards guarding? Who
You've been
could
watching them
imagine?
for some time. They're standing at their posts. They've been doing their rounds. They're guards. One of them does appear to be the captain, but they're all guards.
All right, what are we
I-
doing? What's the plan? We take out the patrols and move in through the front and just destroy anybody that comes our way, or we try to blow it out, and still do the rest of what I said.
Yes,
Regardless-
tomorrow that would be a greatest idea.
Regardless of when we do it, I say we try to do a surprise attack on them with the explosions, and then try to make an entrance through the side cavern.
Are explosions loud?
That's generally how they work. I'm almost gonna look like almost like painfully at that room. Just like that's oh man.
Right. What's our plan?
Devin, what's our plan?
To I say we wait until the myriad come. Perhaps and we attack at night. Whether we sneak up or climb the wall itself to plant the dynamite, we do a surprise attack with the explosion, and we take an entrance through the side. And perhaps, I say we might need to split up to look for Morgan, and to cut the head off the snake. But I say we decide that when we get there, or make plans when we head back.
That sounds good.
I do not
Yeah,
want
let's-
to leave Morgan, but I think this is the best action to take.
All right, that sounds good to me.
Trevor, you are a shooter, aren't you? You've shot in your plenty of arrows, haven't you?
Yes.
How big you with this dynamite that we speak of? How can I see a piece?
I'm gonna
It would
reach
not
my-
fit in my crossbow if that's what you're wondering. It is a short hand crossbow.
Oh, so it wouldn't work tied around one of your bolts or arrows.
No,
short
it is
distance, like-
a hand crossbow is like this big relative
That's
to your
true.
hand.
Yeah, and we also need multiple sticks of dynamite up there.
Would you
So
think a
regardless-
regular arrow would work?
Not a
Maybe an
secure-
explosion arrow.
This is the size of a hand crossbow.
He's just been waiting to whip that out, by the way.
Dude, what is that? A wrist crossbow?
Yes.
Wrist mounted.
I'd
Oh
say a
my
hand crossbow
gosh,
is
that
a
is
little
the
bit smaller
coolest
than
thing
that.
I've ever seen in my life.
It's the size of a hand crossbow. There.
And yes, I mean kind of. I'd say
Yeah.
a little bit smaller. I'm just basing reference off of the Baldur's Gate.
Micah,
Yeah.
with training with an assortment of weapons that I have, can I judge if a dynamite would fit around a real arrow from like a longbow or
Oh,
something like that?
100%.
100%.
You could try. It'd fit. It'd fit. Not saying it'd work. It'd fit.
That's what she says. We're going by that.
How are we gonna get the? How would the dynamite stick in the crack? Let's not think too much about that. But how would the dynamite stick? Like,
Oh,
it's gonna go right up there, hit the stone jagged edge, and fall right back down on us.
like I said, I could climb that very easily and teleport up there to gain some distance, so it wouldn't be as long as a journey.
You
Then
would
we
fall.
do that. All right.
Well, climbing kits are needed, but yeah,
Regardless of what we do, we should head back. So I'm gonna
Okay.
start shuffling away.
I'm also gonna start sneakily.
In preparation for this,
So boy, we have to do another.
Yeah, you did stuff. You stopped and made actions. Still check on.
I still have guidance, right?
Unless he gives it to
No.
himself.
Guys, I'm so sorry.
Did
I'm
you
so
give
sorry.
guidance to yourself?
It's a nat 1,
11.
3, 4 if you count my guidance. I don't
All right, then I have a 10.
shoot.
I have a 10 as well.
I'm sorry.
What is that?
So-
24 divided by 3.
20. Yeah.
It's like 8.
It is 8.
You rolled a 5.
God, that sucks so bad.
You guys turn to leave. Orin just dramatically turns and goes to walk away. You guys go to follow him, and he turns back to make sure you're following him, and he just boom, biffs it right into the ground, causing the rest of you two to like stumble over him and mutter under your breath, and then you hear, "Did you hear that?" Yeah, I heard that. And the sound of 2 footsteps approaching you. 2 sets of footsteps.
Where are we?
Illusion. Illusion.
Where are we?
Not too. Yeah, just, about 20 feet from that fake entrance, the hidden entrance.
Are you talking about the terrain we're in?
Is it? Are we?
Yeah,
Is
you're in
that-
the woods.
Okay, I know the around the entrance is clear, but are we in the forest?
I can't hear you. Hold on.
Yikes, dude.
Okay,
That-
listen,
I'm not-
listen. I'm gonna give you the ring, and I'm gonna put polymorph in it. And if things go south, turn yourself into a were rat. Just trust me.
I have to attune to it.
Yeah, I know, but that's what the whole night is for. Micah heard all of that, so don't worry.
Oh, you say that as we fall over?
No. This is out of game time.
Oh,
I'll tell you it in person once I give you the ring.
I was like, take this ring, turn
You know
into a
why-
were-rat if
you know
things go
why
south. I'm
I
like,
want you to?
I'm standing there with you two on top of me, like, what?
No, not right now. Just later. Like once we get back to the tavern.
Sorry. Someone walked down here. What?
Where are we? Like in a wooded area?
Yes.
I know you said the. Okay. Can I?
Maybe.
Hold on. Let me read it. How loud do you think we were? Like what did it sound like? Give me some onomatopoeia here.
A man fell. He tripped in a woodland area, so he fell and crashed on a bunch of sticks, leaves, twigs, and then another man in full. What are you wearing? Chain?
Yeah.
Chainmail tripped over him, stumbled, and you also stumbled, and I would imagine someone muttered under their breath. So a lot of noise.
So did they hear the mum? So from what I understand, it's falling,
The mumbling might
and-
not have been heard, but there was someone
falling,
who
and metal crashing.
stumbled in full chain and someone who fell on the ground.
Dang.
All right. I would like to. Do I know where these people are coming from? Can I
You can hear their
coming?
footsteps coming.
Okay, so to like the left and like off a distance. What's the range of this spell?
17.
120. Awesome.
Oh, that's what I said.
Did you just say that's what I said after saying 17? Anyways, 100 exactly 120 feet away to our left, like a little bit of ways.
Uh-huh.
I would like to cast Major Image, and I would like to have this is what's going to happen. So after that crash down happens, I'm going to cast a spell 120 feet away to the left of us, where we're not going to go. And what they are going to hear is they're going to hear a bear growl, some more metal clashing, like claws against metal, and then screaming as it slowly fades away like he's getting dragged.
What spell is this? Which spell is this?
Major Image.
Can't do that.
I can read the entire spell description.
No, it's fine. I can pull it up.
Pretty sure major image can make noise, right?
It can. I just want to read it to know the extent of noise. Oh, it's third level. Okay, never mind. It's third level.
I believe you. Okay. Yeah. All right. Make a deception check.
Wouldn't that be an Arcana check?
Or Arcana, whatever one you feel like doing.
Do I have guidance?
He's on the ground.
Oh. I can't give myself inspiration. Then a 13.
You guys hear this rushing footsteps. Get back up, manage to get Orin off the ground and shuffle forward, and the footsteps continue darting past where you used to be. Continuing forward that way, roll the 7. To the sounds of this man getting mauled by a bear. Narrowly escaping the scout. That's the word, starts with an S. The scouting party. You manage to make your way back to Whitestone, back to your tavern. You go to your shopping. You do all the things you wish to do. Is there anything else you want to do before you head back?
I would like to get rid of the spells in the spell storage ring
Okay.
and put in first level healing word.
Just put in whatever. Just write down whatever you're gonna have put in it.
Well, I'm gonna give it to Devin,
Okay.
and then I have him attuned to it on our
Write him
rest.
down and then send him to Devin.
Okay.
Just cause no one's gonna remember if we say him out loud.
What was the ring called? Spell ring? Ring of spell what? Ring of holding?
Ring of spells, a spell storage.
Yeah, ring of spell storing.
Right.
And as I give it to the Norin, I look at him and I go, I need you to attune to this ring tonight. It has cure wounds and polymorph in it. And if things start to go south, or if you feel like you need an upper hand in the battle, polymorph into a were-rat.
The were-rat we saw within the
A
sewers.
were-rat.
Yes. Do you know why?
Why a were-rat?
I
can see
would
that.
bet money on that their weapons are not silvered.
Out of curiosity, did you need a silvered weapon to fight the were-rats you guys fought?
We did.
Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you?
We all. I
There's a
still
whole
have the
shopping.
I
Yeah,
still
there's
You
a
have
went
whole-
the sword
shopping
of
after,
silver.
but did you go shopping before?
Did we kill them with?
Oh, we did.
We killed
yeah.
them with magic.
I don't
Yeah, that-
remember
the-
if I made
the
them
properties
resistant to silver.
Because you
weapons.
made them resistant to non-silver.
They're immune. Oh, look, the
I
reason
made
I'm
them
saying
resistant, but I didn't make them immune.
But it still will work.
they have immunities to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical attacks that aren't silvered.
And that's how it
think
was
I
when we
made
fought them.
the ones I made. I did a homebrew one. I made my own special ones. I believe they were resistant to anything from non-magical or silver damage. Not immune.
Okay,
Well,
that's fine.
that's still an upper hand. I mean, I'll take half off any day.
Right.
On the off chance that they don't have silver weapons and don't use magic. So, like, hopefully, at least 60% of them.
All of them have enchanted daggers now.
That's what I was ready. It's like it just so happens
Just
that all
this
of them
entire
have
place
silver
is littered
weapons.
with +1 daggers.
You
all
don't
across
know
the floor.
the Myriad? They just always carry silver daggers. Okay.
How did
sure-
you know?
Riley's. so-
I will buy a climber's kit for JU.
Okay, I'll let you
Can I
look it up.
can I buy explosive arrows? Would that work?
Well, I was gonna buy a long
You could.
if we could gimme.
I like Jay's better.
What do you say?
Jay can just buy a longbow and tie the dynamite to it.
Hold on, how much are explosive arrows?
Dang. Okay, it's 25 gold pieces for a climber's kit.
Or you know, you could if you really want an upper hand, turn into a wyvern.
That's a ooh. Wait, how much would a
Devin.
What?
Or you could completely disregard me and turn into a wyvern.
That's true.
How much are uncommon weapons again, Micah?
Or turn somebody else into a rat.
Uncommon depends.
Uncommon item.
Like a magical
guess.
item? Yeah, it depends.
Yeah, magic
Turn
weapon.
them into a worm and ask them, would I still love you if you were a worm?
They have
No.
a range
No.
in which they can be, so I base it off
Would
of
you
what the
would you
item is.
kill me if I was a worm?
Okay,
Turns
I'm
into
gonna
a
buy
worm.
a regular longbow then.
A regular longbow? Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Easily
but worth
enough.
50.
This guy self puts on glasses. You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, would you?
Just breaks my nose.
Sir, I am a monk. That's the only thing I do.
You can add a climber's kit. I bought it. Just even if we don't use it, it's always good to have. So
Yeah.
you can add it to you.
Question for the DM.
Yeah.
Since this is a gun town, would bows actually be like cheaper because guns are the fad?
No.
Okay.
The guns
just
in
random.
this town are very specifically reserved to the guard, and they're the only people who have access to it.
Got it.
It
Thank
ain't,
you.
Yeah.
it ain't America.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Gun control went wild in Whitestone.
In America.
This town ain't what it used to be.
You're right. It used to be controlled by necromancers.
Ah, good times. Hey, we had freedom back then.
I think you had the complete opposite, but okay.
We had slavery back then. When
Yeah.
labor was cheap.
All right. Are you going to go and try and find explosive arrows? Or are you just gonna?
Artifice your way.
I mean, the magic shop in the town has them.
We'll just go see how much they are. Yeah.
They're 75 gold apiece.
Can I talk him down to 50?
You can certainly try.
So what makes this different from me tying, let's say, a stick of dynamite to an arrow?
Well, these explode on impact,
That has a fuse.
and these are magically in kind. So
Is the explosion any bigger or maybe even smaller?
it is a small offset of the fireball spell, so it doesn't actually destroy things in its vicinity
Directly?
but it could set off one of your pieces of dynamite you have from afar. I'm sure
So-
a skilled archer could do both at the same time.
So what you're getting at is that I could tie a piece of dynamite to one of these arrows and shoot it, and it would explode the dynamite as it hit impact whatever it impacted.
It'd probably have a little bit bigger yield too, just because of the nature of the enchantment and it carrying the fire. I don't know why you would need some of these, but yes.
Just some
I'm
alternative
gonna-
ways to take down some monsters. Thinking of.
All right. Well,
They are 75 an arrow.
Would you do 65?
Make a persuasion check.
$21.
Natural 1. Well, because you're returning customers, why not? I can do 65.
Awesome. I'll take 2 of those.
All right.
you have two.
What's 65 times 2? 130? That's
Yes.
correct. It is 130.
The process what you asked me. Oh, that's a 7, not a 1.
Regardless.
It's not like I was. It's not like I was being preposterous with how much I wanted off. you know?
No. I mean, honestly, with that roll and my roll, you could have gotten away with
Probably 60.
Yeah.
But hey, it's only
Nope.
10 gold.
Before we leave, can I ask How big the explosion is?
On the arrow?
Yes.
He just
It's
said
got
it's
like
fine.
a 20-foot radius. Not diameter, not radius. Sorry, 10-foot radius. It's not as big as a fireball, but you know it is compacted down into an arrow. Should get the job done if you're trying to slay any beasts that are weak to fire,
Mm.
hurt by explosions.
That's most things.
Yes.
Would it do any damage to stone?
It's based off the fireball spell. It might do a little, but it's gonna warp around it.
Well, that's all I wanted to hear. Thank you.
Anytime.
Okay. Last thing I want to go by is I want to find an alchemist and see if I could get a potion of climbing. It
Sounds
is
like a hot.
common
That sounds like
item.
a
is a-
made-to-order item.
It is a common item. It's one of the only common potions I see here.
All right.
Wait, what's the
Are
item? you want?
potions
Potion of climbing. It just
Are-
gives you.
Oh.
advantage.
Oh,
in the
okay.
D&D world? Are most potions made to order, or are they like unless they're health potions? Obviously,
It
they're,
depends on the location. This being a mining town,
You are able to find a couple potions of climbing.
um,
And when you're looking at them, it's
interesting.
there's the bottom layer of the potion's brown, and then there's silver and gray in the vial. Like it's almost like it's
Oil and it's almost like it's oil and water, like separated.
and it's brown, silver, gray.
That's disturbing.
It is a common potion.
So how much would it be?
For a mining town, high demand, but not a high demand. We'll do 35 gold.
I'll buy one.
I can try to give her better.
Don't ask me that. Try. You're right there with me.
All right.
So you go up to the counter and you put a potion. You grab the potion, you set it, and you're like, I'd like one of these. And the man goes, that'll be 35 gold. And you go for your coin purse, and Trevor's like, no, hang on now.
What makes it 35 gold coins?
Well, actually, this is the
Gotta
cheapest
give 'em
place
the
you
good
could get it
old
in all of
classic.
Whitestone. Is we make potions the cheapest here, and these have high demand, and I keep them lower than the competition, so no one comes to me. So you're actually getting a deal at 35.
How come it's split like that? Why? What makes it the separation?
So you see here, and he takes the potion and he shakes it like aggressively.
Nothing changes, and he's like,
It represents the layer of dirt and stone in the earth. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
So, what are the actual components of the potion?
Oh my gosh, you're not gonna do this to
Secrets of the trade, I'm afraid. I can't just tell you that. You might try and put me out of business. And I ain't gonna have none of that. His shop is like empty. No one's here.
like a crazy guy. Like,
Well,
He's missing his pinky on his left hand, and his right hand's missing his middle finger.
Well, you said 35 gold coins.
Yes, sir.
Would you do 30 on it?
He glares at you, just
I
like
whip
that, like
out
that.
my-
No, that like reading type glare where it's like, Make a perception check or persuasion.
Oh, I was gonna do one of the oldest
God.
tricks in the book. Facebook Marketplace deals. You just whip out your wallet. You start counting out the money that you want to pay for it.
Right.
Set it in front of them. You know what I mean? 30-20.
As long as you tell people where you got it cheap.
Oh, for sure.
I'm gonna shekel out 20 gold pieces and set them on the counter.
20 is wild. It's not what I said.
Oh, 30. Sorry. Whoa. I'm not ripping them off. I
He
swear.
grabs all the gold and then sets the vial where the gold was and pulls it into a little pouch. Any other potions you might like?
Nothing I can think of or afford.
What
Jay's gonna speak up a little bit. Well, since you're so renowned and so fabulous within this, one of the better potion shops within Whitestone, would you have any poisons or coatings that we can get our hands on?
Poisons. That's some illegal stuff you're asking about. No, I just didn't. Yeah, I got it. How much do you want?
Oh my god.
Well,
Is
we
it
are
really-
looking.
Is it really illegal?
Yeah. To poison? Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
my gosh.
well, we are looking to slay such a rather large beast in the service of Whitestone. Me and my compatriot.
How much do you want? Business to run here.
Well,
Shop is
give me
completely empty still. No one is walking.
give me some price. Like, what do we have for, say, 25 to 30 gold?
25 is over. What do you say? Well, I might just tell you. And he ducks underneath, and you hear rummaging under his under the counter. As you watch as a vial goes flying and just splats against the back. And then he pops back up with a vial of poison. About this much.
Can you... no, I can't ask that. I was gonna ask you if you could test its authenticity, but,
You can. Go ahead. As long as
Thank
pay
you,
first.
thank you,
We just take the potion and leave.
thank you. We'll take it.
Alright.
And he'll shove down 25 gold.
Gotta freaking see
Whoa,
all
whoa, what? No,
Yeah.
no. Can that
20.
minor illusion pretend to be the police? We won't tell
Alright.
anybody about this if you give it to us for free.
Did I just scam myself accidentally?
No. Actually, he scammed himself because I didn't realize that it is an uncommon item. Should have cost more than
Well-
25.
You know, when you...
We'll definitely tell people about this place, though.
We won't tell you. We won't tell anybody where we got this. Just you and me.
We walk outside of the potion shop and we're like, what a good purchase that was. That
Wow.
was a good purchase.
I just
Guys,
What is
we're
it?
telling
that
you.
guy down the
Okay.
street.
Let's
This
not
Can
Take
you
his
get
time.
believe that potion? Okay.
What are we doing?
Alright, we
going
are
to
gonna wait. We're gonna go to bed.
All right.
Wait for the next day.
Prepare some dynamite arrows.
And we have half that day yet. Like,
You're gonna
what-
try and
what-
craft dynamite arrows?
One of us, yeah.
Okay.
Sure. I have 20 sticks, I think. So
Well, we have arrows that
Well,
came
you
with
have
the
the arrows,
arrows.
you have to attach the dynamite to them. Okay. Let's...
go crazy.
Can I do it?
None
I
of
think
you
that's an
have
intelligence
Tinker's
thing?
tools.
We could buy them.
You could.
But we're not proficient.
That's okay. You can still use them.
I say you go and buy them. Whoever wants to go and buy them can mark off 10 gold for the Tinker's tools.
I
Not me.
have spent money. I have 186. Who has the most?
I have
I have
98.
Huh?
You have the most.
Oh, frick. Okay, fine.
COD zombies, anybody? I'm not opening the door. You have more than me.
I gotta hit the box!
No, yeah, that's what it really is. The guy with the 4,000 gold and the other guy with 200,000 has to do it because the other guy needs to get the bot.
I was always the guy who had all the money because I was like, I haven't spent anything on guns, and everyone's like, open the door, and I'm like, but I don't have any guns.
God.
All right, so
Uh,
who's
We'll
making
talk
these
about it.
tinkering checks?
Is it what's roll?
I
What
have
is-
no
what is it?
dex.
What's
What's
the
the scale?
stat?
It's gonna be intelligence
I have plus
Yikes,
2.
dude.
because you got to
I
figure out how to
figured
fashion them
negative
to
one.
the arrow without ruining the functionality of the arrow.
Can I use the help action?
Can wait? Who has plus 2? What's your intelligence?
0.
What's Jayu's?
Negative
Negative
one.
one.
I was gonna say
Okay.
I'm gonna be your best bet.
Okay, yeah. I'd say we do you. We cast guidance and inspiration,
We're working this in the
Right.
in room.
So,
by the
but-
way,
Ori,
not
and
out.
I also use the help action.
Yeah.
make a intelligence check, straight intelligence, with advantage, and you can add your guidance and add a D8 inspiration.
If
Holy
I
shit.
roll low one more time.
Roll it in person.
Okay. There we
What was it? Oh,
All right. Add your D4.
go. Okay.
All right.
16.
Add a D8.
add a D8.
16.
Oh, I'm the one doing it. I thought you were doing it.
No, he
No,
wanted
I'm
to
not.
give you the D8.
I wanted to give you inspiration.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Do it again. Throw the other arrow.
My brain shut off for a second. Okay. Okay.
I have one more roll.
Okay. Okay. Let's
Oh,
go.
All right.
All right.
18.
You can have. All right. 20 was your DC. You're good.
18 plus.
Guidance plus inspiration. You're fine. All right. You fashion these beautifully made arrows, and you're pretty sure from the way that you've tested throwing all the other arrows and shooting them, and the way that these work, that they should fly just basically normal. Like any normal arrow, as long as they're fired out of the longbow. Because the longbow has the power. Anything lower, and I would have upped the DC that you needed to hit to shoot these arrows correctly.
Jayu has a longbow, right?
I do.
JU has the longbow.
Okay. I'll just hand the arrows to him and say, I tried to weigh them the best I could. They should work.
Pretty well balanced.
Although I
arrows.
still.
He'll
Here,
balance
um,
it.
Add,
His hand.
they aren't going to fail, and they aren't going to add too high of a penalty to your roll.
I still don't know how they're gonna stay. You better make a damn good shot if you want them to stay in the crack. I don't know
I
what.
mean, at this point, you just have to hit the top now, because it'll explode automatically.
Oh, that's what we did. That's so smart. You guys are so freaking smart.
Yeah, you were asking him questions about it, and I'm like,
I-
I already
I
asked
told.
these
I must have
questions.
zoned out. I thought I was
Alright.
like, why are we buying these? Okay.
You guys take your long rest, you get all your stuff back, you attune to your items, you take all of your equipment, and you make way to sneak your way back.
On the way there, we have to take out the guards or like the patrol units.
Make a stealth check.
First, just so I can.
Ooh, 19.
15. Come on,
Is guidance a
Jayu.
bonus action?
Well,
Guidance
is an action.
An action, but like you're not doing anything else.
But it's not a spell.
I'll let.
Cantrip.
Kinda, it's a cantrip. I'm okay letting it happen for stealth checks.
Busted.
We're in. All right. So what do we got?
19.
19, 15. What'd you get, Jayu?
2. But I would also like to say that he washes off all the elven paint, so he wants
Oh.
to go as himself.
'Kay.
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
Good on me. I rolled a 7. You guys make your way through, somehow managing to stealth past and avoid the guys that you didn't even know you were avoiding before. Make your way back up to the same spot you were, where the hidden path is. And we lost Steven's camera. And you were back to analyzing the situation where you were the other day. And as you're there, you watch, as it is now about that time, as a cart, a decent-sized cart, being pulled by 3 horses, walks its way inside the cave.
Alright. I think the game plan here is that goes inside. We blow it up. And then everybody, all the patrols are going to know about the blow up. So they're all going to gather outside here. We take the guys out. We take out the guys that are outside first. Then we go to the secret entrance, go in through the secret entrance, and go through that way.
Should we wait for them to even go inside? Or is the cart still going?
The cart
Yeah.
has just entered.
Is everyone... I look around. Are all the guards looking at the cart right now?
Kinda. I mean, they're guards. They're on patrol. They're not gonna stop and stare.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I say you're right.
We should give it a few minutes. Let that car enter it and let everything filter back to normalcy.
We wait for the guys to go in.
Yeah, the cart finishes walking in.
Okay.
The question is, do I take that potion of climbing speed, climb my way up there, plant the dynamite up there?
That's what the arrows were for.
No, you have the arrows.
Yeah. I just bought that. Hey, we just have a potion of climbing now.
Just
so,
in
you know,
case.
Yeah,
Can
just
be.
in case.
we can also use the dynamite arrows in combat.
As Ju would go to shoot them, can I major image 120 feet in the air a wyvern screeching?
Just the screech, nothing else.
No, like with the wyvern.
Okay. He goes to shoot the arrow.
I'm gonna cast
Alright.
guidance on him and tell him to go then.
For reference,
Just-
you have 2 attacks you can make per action, so you can shoot both arrows in 6 seconds.
Is he gonna need both, or is he gonna need the
You're
one?
gonna need both.
Okay, cool.
Before Jay, I want to just make sure before once he makes that distraction, I cast guidance on him the instant he starts heading out.
Guidance
Save.
does not work on attack rolls, only ability checks.
I would like to cast my bardic inspiration.
You can give him an inspiration die. Okay. What is the inside range of the bow, of a longbow?
150. That
Okay,
is
fine.
the minimum.
Perfect. That's okay. You're good. You're inside of you're outside of disadvantage then. You're good. Right.
Okay, cool.
Make 2 attack rolls with the bow.
Okay, so that first one
Did you have a D8? Or-
is an. Oh yeah, plus. Bard.
Well,
I need to
you
use my bardic
have to
yet.
choose where to
You
use it.
choose which of your 2 rolls will get the inspiration die.
Can I do that after I roll the second one?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I rolled a 18 and a dirty 20. I can add the bardic inspiration to the second or the first one to make it not an 18. Unless it saves. How long does a bardic inspiration last on me?
Well, I think they last for a minute. Or
This
until
is
you use-
happening within an action. So,
Yeah, this is both. This is within 6 seconds. You only get 1.
Yeah.
or
Okay,
turn.
so
Tech-
dirty 20
10
and a
minutes.
21.
All right. So, you and Trevor look at each other and nod, and you pull back the bow with the arrow in it. And as you let loose, you see this wyvern manifest in the middle of the air and give out this loud screech as you hear a kaboom from the other side. I don't know how my microphone picks up other noise, so you just get me saying kaboom. And as it hits the far side of the cavern, and there's a huge explosion, rocks the whole place. Everyone looks around and starts to freak out. And before they can even respond to it, Ju pulls back another arrow and releases, and it flies to the other side and lands right next to it. And then you watch as the entire cave crumbles and falls down. Whoop, crushing about 3/4 of the guards that were out there as they were posted. I rolled a percentile for that. As they were posted underneath, as
Let's.
the rubble just falls and crushes them, caving in this place. The other patrols all dash to the entrance to try and find a way in or find survivors. And there's some people who are injured who they're trying to help out.
Can I continue to pick them off?
Well, before he does that, I'm gonna reach up and grab his shoulder. I'm gonna leave this up to you. This is your choice. Do we attack now or leave and go inside?
Who?
I'm leaving it up to JU whether or not we fight the guards or head inside.
We fight the guards. Oh, that is the good question. Because if we fight the guards, that'll give anybody enough time to escape through the secret tunnel that we know of.
While you're having this conversation, you watch as 3 of the guards, 2 of them shoot at your illusion with their crossbow. One goes wide by a long, the other one narrowly misses, and another one with a natural 20 hits it right square dead in the face, and the arrow flies through it. As he's sitting there with his bow in hand, and he looks at it and he goes, "It's not real!"
How many did you say there were?
3 made shots. I'd say there's 5 people still standing. The patrols were like tripled for the fact that these people came in. So there was a lot more guards than there were the other day, but you crushed the majority of them. And so there's like 5 people still standing, or still alive. You can't tell how injured they are from this distance.
How far is
Whatever
the
you
secret
decide, we
entrance?
better decide quickly.
What are we
Trevor,
doing?
make your way to the secret entrance while hitting them before you get out of range.
What are we doing?
I think
Trevor,
should.
watch the secret entrance. He can guard it while we mop up here.
I don't think we need to guard the secret.
don't think this
entrance,
is-
since it's
yeah.
a secret.
Yeah. It's up to you. Are we fighting or not fighting?
We fight.
Okay.
The guards reload their crossbows and start fanning out, looking around as the few that are still standing. 2 of them grab their crossbows. One of them loads their bow. The other one draws both their short swords, and leaving
Can I
one
have
of
the
them
wyvern
behind.
fly close?
The 4 of them, as a group, continue going forward to attempt to do a sweep of the forest edge.
Well, if they don't know we're here, we could just. I thought they had sight on.
They were distracted.
Yeah, So, do they know where the arrows came from?
They don't, but they are aware of the illusion and that something is up. And they are.
That's just an illusion.
Huh?
They know that the.
One of them
Why
shot
would-
it.
Yeah,
Oh,
if they shoot
bad,
it, they
I
know
missed
it's an
that part.
illusion.
I yelled at
Right Okay, Jayu,
Miss
knowing
my-
that they
Then I
don't
drop it
know
as soon as that
exactly where we are
Okay.
yet, do you want to? Also keep in mind Morgan.
Let's go rescue Morgan.
Okay. Can we try to get out of there quickly and head
Okay.
towards the...
So you head into the secret entrance?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, easily enough. You guys single file. Who's going first?
Probably you.
Yeah,
Who's going last?
Probably me.
yeah.
You guys single file your way into this entrance, and you make your way into this caves. You're walking for a good 3 minutes before you get to what looks to be a hallway. Completely empty. Looks untouched. There's no light in here, really. Trevor, you're going off of whatever they see. Using Orin as a guide. And you guys continue forward until you see more light, and then you realize that you ran into a trapdoor. And there's like a crack of light coming through it.
Looking through the wall?
Yeah.
Okay.
Big fan of trapdoors and walls.
You're in front, Jayu.
Don't know if you would be game for this, but justice would be done. Would you be mad if we closed this tunnel? And after justice has been served, we find a different way of escape.
No.
Probably not.
That was the worst take I've ever heard in my life.
They don't know where it is.
Thorn is beside himself and like, like it's like the old days all back together with how stupid Jayu like, No, they don't know where this tunnel is.
Oh, they do not. Oh, well, that changes. Yeah, let's go.
Okay, just
Right.
it's ah.
You guys
Open the trap door and file out. Fortunately for you, no one was around.
All right. First we get. Oh, do we get Morgan? Where
Yes.
from looking over the maps, do we know where the chambers were, where they were planning on meeting?
They were less of maps and more of like detailed accounts of the place. He didn't have a drawn map of the location. You just have what he had going off of. So like reading these papers while running through here, you're trying to figure it out. Make.
Where are? Yeah.
Are you trying to
well-
Are you gonna just attack whoever you run into, or are you going to try and stealth around until you find her? What are you doing?
That depends what we're looking at.
Before
do
we
you
leave, we
mean?
should at least cover
Like,
up.
like
You're
okay, so where
currently
are
in their
we?
base of operations.
Well-
Are you trying to find Morgan? Are you trying to find the guys?
Based off of the papers, can we kind of discern how far each one is? Like, obviously, you said it's not a map, but I assume
Yeah,
based on
yeah,
your
yeah.
description, it's like you run forward, Downing Hall's on your left, this thing's on your right, and
Kinda,
then you keep going. This thing's on your left, this thing's on your right.
but you're also in the middle of a stressful situation and trying to remember, recall, or read all of these things. And they aren't the most. They're detailed, but they're not that deep. You know, like you don't
Yeah.
know where you entered from. You have no idea what point of reference you have in this place.
Shit!
Okay. Well, if that's the case, what are we looking at? What are-
Are you trying? Are you going to stealth around and try and find Morgan, or are you going straight onto the offensive? What are we doing?
no one's looking at us.
Probably offensive. I'm not even gonna lie.
All right.
Yeah.
Unless you want Jay to try another stealth check.
Fair.
Nope.
Okay.
We're going towards the cut.
Yeah.
All right. You guys, full speed, start dashing around the halls trying to find Morgan. Make. Is this survival? Technically. Whoever's leading this, make a survival check.
Ju.
Ah, yes. I will make a survival check. Yeah.
With advantage.
Super good. With advantage? Dude.
Yes.
Cannot fail. 14.
Fail. Sorry. Sorry, you just said that, so I had to. You start running around. You get the sense that your blast caused most of the attention of the base to shift, and a lot of people thinking they're only one way in. Majority of the people have ran toward the entrance, being blocked in, and so you haven't really ran into anyone. And it takes you a hot minute. And for the sake of time, and the fact that any person you'd run into would probably die on the spot because they're not high level compared to you, it takes you about being in here for about, I'd say you're here for 15 minutes, and you ran into a few small parties that you're able to kill and shove into some side closet or something, and continue on. How long do you guys want to go for the night?
I can.
Because it's
going.
9:50. We can find Morgan and end.
Yeah, we could find Morgan and end.
I dropped my pen, my screwdriver.
That way she can play.
Yeah.
And,
Play the final battle
yeah.
when we take revenge. And
All right. So you guys are running around, and you find to what you thought is described to be the prison area, but it's not. It's some holding cell. And while you're all like, "Dang, this isn't it. I don't know where to go," you notice there's a lot of daggers on that table. You recognize two of them. And then you look around and you see a bunch of other stuff, and you're like, "Well, we found Morgan's equipment."
are we just
think-
going off?
I suggest you put them in your bag of holding for right now. She's not in the room.
This looks to be like where they're holding contraband items. Like there's a few other things laying around. Are you gonna stop and look, or are you just gonna grab what you know is Morgan's
Yeah.
and run?
Uh,
I'm gonna stop and look around. There's like what's the area? There's
How
no
long are you
prison or
spending
anything?
here? Are you gonna like do an in-depth search? Or are you just gonna like do a quick peruse?
Yeah, I'm full noticing her equipment. I'm full stopping and looking around and trying
Okay.
to see.
Well, this is like the evidence locker, if you will. Like people who they kidnap or like items they have confiscated from other people that they have kidnapped, killed, or stolen have been basically put here for processing. And all of her equipment's here. Whoever was running this obviously ran from the when the explosion went off. So you grab all of Morgan's stuff, you put it in your bag,
Yeah, I would do that.
like all of her gear. At least you assume she has something on her. There are other items here besides Morgan's. Are you going to stop and peruse? Are you going to do a full investigation? How tight on time are you guys?
I'd
Are
probably.
you taking your time with this invasion, or are you just
No.
going to be like,
My character would probably be looking for Morgan right now.
Okay.
So no. If there was anything just sitting right next to her stuff, maybe just
make a
Yeah.
perception?
Maybe I'll-
Trevor,
You can make
in
a
his-
perception check. Like you can do a quick like browse and peruse and be like,
like with Trevor and his need for
They're
shiny,
19.
look thoroughly.
unless there's gems or anything.
do you
nothing.
find, just laying there, a couple of gems. Trevor, noticing them when Orin points them out, there are 2 gems. One of them is worth 500 gold pieces,
Is it a ruby?
and the other one is worth 100 gold pieces.
I take them.
Trevor. Oh god.
I take them immediately,
You do?
instantaneously,
You're taking them.
instantaneously.
Okay.
It's like Trevor. There's some gut.
Look at those jewels.
Just already has them in his pocket. Like, all right, let's go.
What's what are they?
Oh, well, dang. Sorry, I'm doing calculations, and I went to...
Trying to remember what she had that could be useful.
Sorry, I
Not
meant
that I would.
it's not worth
steal.
500 gold pieces. It's worth 300 gold pieces.
Okay, what is it?
It's a emerald.
Emerald.
The one that's worth 100 is a sapphire.
God, she has so many daggers. Oh my.
Yeah,
God.
she's so many freaking daggers, dude. I think it's 15, excluding the flame tongue and the silver.
blue
I think she's
sapphire?
17 total.
Is it a blue sapphire?
Yes.
Okay. I gotta change how much they cost on this because they both say 1,000.
Yeah, no, they're small. They're not as big as.
300.
Indeed.
Okay.
Keep that in mind. All right. Make another survival check. JU at advantage.
Oh, what'd you say, Micah?
Survival check
Fine,
at
that-
advantage. This is a stopping point, and you have now found a way to. You found a map, not of the location, but like you found the map that Morgan had. You found a bunch of other things. You have a grounding point location to figure out where you are. So you're in
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
All right. Upon coming into this room, you're like, I remember this in the notes, and you like pull out the notes left by to you, and you start skating through, and you're like, got it. And you guys book it down off the hallway, and come upon a locked door.
dare you?
Oh,
choose you. Break
God,
that shit down.
A locked door. I thought you were gonna explain something. I was, yeah.
Sorry, I was
Are
like,
we-
I
are we
don't know what
busting
else.
through the
I was
door?
in my head. I'm
Like-
doing calculations for a bunch
Like
of other things.
my
that are happening
brain,
right
I
now.
was like, no. What happened is in my brain, I thought it was a caged door, so I was like, what's in the caged door? But it's a door, so
It is
I'm
a
sure-
solid. All right. I'm sorry. That's
That
on
was-
me. I have a bunch of. I'm calculating like every other scenario that's happening right now because I don't know what you're going to do.
That's-
So you come across this hallway. It looks like this is where prison doors are, and then but the prison doors are barred and they're all empty. And then there's a couple doors. One's open in an empty room. The other one's fully closed, and these two doors are full iron. You can't see through them.
I'm gonna, knowing that we're in the prison section, I'm gonna, well, we're kind of just full sending, so I'm gonna call out, Morgan? Morgan, are you here? The most lame voice ever. Sorry.
If you would look at the clip that I just made, or something. Never mind. You don't have to do it now. Never mind. That's. You don't know the comedian. Never mind.
That is.
I know the comedian.
I see nothing. Nothing is here. Where did you send it?
Okay, sorry. I can't. What the?
Oh.
I'm sorry. I've been holding on to that for a second.
Like I was calling a cat for its dinner. Like,
Okay, yes, I call out for Morgan. Do I hear any?
Anyway, there's no response to you, or you get the sense that these doors are designed to block sound, and no sound is getting through either side.
Oh.
Knowing
that-
this-
Is there any keys on the wall sort of situation?
Make a perception check.
10.
Not that you can see.
Norn, how long would it take for you to cast Locate Creature again?
Thought that was incident. Yeah, that's it. There's no time to cast it. It's instant. Although it does take up my. It does take a lot of power, so. It's a 4th level spell slot. It's my only one. I have one.
We save the power as he kicks down.
All right, make an athletics check.
Which door?
Did I get out my RAM for this?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Forgot what my RAM
Retcon.
actually
He
does.
takes
He
it.
gives
I
you advantage.
take.
So we kick down the door.
Your RAM gives you advantage.
He straps the ram to his foot and kicks down the door.
Natural 20 on that.
Natural 20.
Natural
For
20.
a
I can take it.
total of.
Oh, frick. 28.
Let's go.
Wait. Does this include the new, I think it does include the, Amulet of Earth. Now it's all
yes,
included.
yes, yes.
For your athletics, yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
Yeah, 28.
So you go to slam into this door, and you slam into it, and it dents in a little, and you see this bright blue shimmer go across it as you hit into it, and you feel the reverb up your arms, and you have to step back as the door does not open, as it is
my-
arcanely sealed. It is dented, and you did hurt it a lot, but it is not broken in.
What if I do it again but add my smite into it?
You can certainly try, but that smites for attack rolls, not.
Oh, dang, you're right.
None of
Ability
us are
checks.
proficient.
Denord, do you have any more, sticks? Boom, bah.
Oh, you want to use a stick of dynamite to blow a cell door?
He's gonna
Cell door
shake his
off its
head, or
hinges.
yeah, he's gonna nod his head vigorously like a dog, excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hesitantly pull out a stick of dynamite. And yeah, I'm gonna put it down and get my fire starter kit. And just everyone get back.
Okay. You get down to light the fuse for the dynamite, and you all run back. And as you get the fuse lit, and you start to turn around, you hear a click, and the door opens. And you quick glance around, and in the open doorway is Morgan holding a dagger in one hand, covered in blood, and looks up to see you, looks down to see the fuse, and we'll end it there.
No,
Yes. Ah, that is
she's
so good.
dead as hell. Dude. Just
I was
like, oh, I
they
can't.
get
I
one more
just-
check before she opens the door. Uh-oh.
Dude, oh, that is so bad. That is like.
I will fill Riley in on the events that have.
I wanted
taken
to
place.
say before I wanted to say I specifically set the stick of dynamite, just so you know, to the not right at the door, to the side of the door. Like, the door's
Oh,
here.
She would still hear a tss and look down and be like,
Yeah, no.
Bro.
I'm just saying.
yeah.
Just to maybe give her a chance. The door was right here. Say it opens like that. I wanted to put it like right next to the concrete next to it.
Yep.
Or whatever stone.
I only see this two ways of going. Maybe
Like-
three.
I somehow imagine her like dodging the explosion, but then like the tunnel caves in.
I imagine
she's
since
not
you
a
just-
level 7 rogue. She does not have evasion.
That sucks.
I imagine since you.
She's a
lit
level-
it-
Oh,
Six
she's
rogue.
level 6.
How
Yeah.
long?
She has one
it's
in
like-
wizard.
The real information we need to know is how long's the fuse and how long does it take for it to re-blow up or to blow up?
That is up to him, I think.
She opened the door and this thing's, you know, or she got seconds.
Looks down and gets her eyes gorged out before it ever hits her because
She can get a reaction. She has enough time for like a reaction.
Is that enough to shut the door?
Look, it's only a 12 that she has to. Dexterity save 12.
That's half damage.
It's still for half damage. That doesn't mean you don't take any. She's not a level 7 rogue. She doesn't have evasion yet. So
The alternative is polymorph.
As in reaction.
But I don't know if Michael would.
you know how traumatizing
That's
that would be going to
I
some
don't-
place
you
to
guys
try to
are still running. You don't notice this. The only person who has Orin has doesn't like turns around and is like, oh shoot, and she opens the door. The two of them have a reaction, but I don't think he has anything he can do. She has a few things. It's fine.
I actually might.
Covered in blood is crazy.
Her hand.
Morgan
Oh.
the murderer.
Well,
So did you
kind of. I mean,
guys roleplay anything or is that just how it
I'm gonna fill her.
how
in
you
then.
yeah.
I'm gonna get her up to date on this exact situation. I'm gonna explain to her the things that have happened, and that she opens the door to a lit stick of dynamite in front of her.
That's crazy, dude. That happened.
Crazy. That was crazy.
I find a rat.
Dude.
I just imagine that like Ju slamming on the door and denting the door shook up her lock picking while she was in the middle of it.
Yeah, no, I was like, she's gonna open the door right after. Bang. What? Actually, no. The door is locked from. Yeah. She had a key in her. I meant to say she had a key in her other hand. Because she killed the guy in the room who had the key. Hence the
That's
dagger covered
metagaming.
in blood. Devin doesn't, or Orin doesn't have time to see that because he was running away from the door, turns around and sees her in the doorway.
The only thing I was like, because I remembered I had dispel magic, so I was like, man, I could just dispel.
Yeah,
magic.
you could have
Wait,
dispelled the door.
It was. I thought dispel magic was a 4th level spell. It's 3rd.
Third,
Could have.
Well, rip. We
Good
killed
shame.
Morgan. All because I couldn't see.
It's fine. I'm excited. I'm confident in your guys' ability.
Wait, so it was arcanely locked
Yeah. No. Like
other than this key?
high level enchantment. Like
That's
DC
wild.
30. Like that's why I asked Mason, because I was like, if he's a plus 10, which he might because of that amulet, he's gonna break this door down.
I should have gave him inspiration, but I was like, he doesn't do that.
Yeah, if you gave it to him, or if he was given guidance, would have had the door down.
You know, I feel like this is the first like campaign where we've actually been like, oh yeah, guidance and inspiration for ability checks. We should do that.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't have a bard.
Dude,
bard the
I'm
last
not gonna
campaign,
lie. Those 2 arrows being above 20 was so clutch.
Yeah, no, if you didn't roll a 20, I would have put a -5 penalty to your thing. And the to hit was a I was gonna make the to hit a 15. And because of how far out you were and how precise you had to make it, like it's a called shot. Your to hit wasn't gonna be easy from 80 feet away.
It's just-
seeing
it's
as
just-
none of you main a longbow, DC 15. And if you failed to make the arrows correctly, depending on how bad you rolled, would have affected your thing. Like if you rolled like an 18, I would have given you like a -3, and then a 15, I would have given you a -5.
We're perfectionists.
Question for Micah.
Mhm.
What poison did I buy? Just so I can put it in my inventory.
Is that the poison that's plus 1d4 poison damage, or is that the poison that's like disadvantage?
You bought
Is
a
that poison
vial
they
of
just die?
like a. I think it's called a potion of poison technically. It's just a vial of poison, like just a liquid poison, pour into a drink or something.
So it's like instant kill poison.
You don't know.
It's a maybe.
Test its
instant kill.
authenticity and find out.
They're just gonna like it's gonna be like a poison that he sat on his shelf for like 6 months and it's gone bad, so it just gives him the craziest diarrhea.
If a poison expires, is it more poisonous or is it safe?
In real life,
Thought.
I'm pretty sure a lot of poisons rely on like natural elements that do decay over time.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Some.
Right, so we're gonna hopefully pick up, and I'm hoping for next week to be our final week, because life gets hectic
Yeah.
after that. Actually, it gets hectic starting this weekend, but it gets more hectic after that. So I'm trying to. So hopefully, you guys get to fight the big bad, a week
It's gonna
from
be
now.
sad. Not gonna lie.
Don't worry, I've been working on the map. Actually, I'll show you that. I'm gonna stop the stream
Okay.
though because.